My name is Jean. I live with my husband, Alex. Alex generally doesn't do household chores and treats me as if I'm his maid. I work part-time, though. Hey, could you possibly cook dinner today? When I ask Alex, huh? Why? He looks at me as if he doesn't understand at all. Looks like we're short-staffed today and I might have to work overtime. Can you cook dinner for a change? What are you whining about? I'm the one who brings home the bacon, right? It's only natural that you do all the housework. Alex responds in a domineering manner as if to say he's superior. And so I end up not being able to say anything. Then, one day, "Hey there, I'm home." A man suddenly entered, calling out energetically. It was my brother-in-law, Mike. What? Mike? What? Why are you here? What are you talking about? This is my house. Our conversation was just not matching up. He seemed to mistakenly believe that this was his parents' house. Oh, if it's not my folks' place, you should have just told me that. I had told him that from the start. Well, since you're here, make yourself at home. My husband, Alex, made a surprising statement. Wait a minute. Why are you accepting this so easily? Although I protested, my husband didn't listen. And so our life with Mike began. But this brother-in-law, he's an incredibly rude man. Hey, Jean, I'm helping myself to the beer in the fridge. What? I was shocked. He had just helped himself to the fridge, as if it were his own home. When do you plan on leaving? It's already been 3 days. What? It's only been 3 days? Let me stay a bit longer. Does he not understand that we don't want him here? Mike responded with a nonchalant smile. But that beer is Alex's, so... Huh? Then why don't you buy some more? That's not the point. I wanted to say that, but it seemed like whatever I would say would just be brushed off, so I had no choice but to stay silent. Hey, when is your brother planning to leave? Since he didn't seem to have any intention of leaving, I decided to ask Alex. Then, huh? What are you talking about? My brother isn't leaving anytime soon. What? It seems that Mike had a falling out with his parents and didn't want to return home. He had mistakenly thought that this was his parents' house, but perhaps he pretended to mistake it on purpose. Anyway, where's my beer? Well, it's gone. Mike drank it. What? What's with that? Go buy some more right now. Alex became irrationally angry, and I had no choice but to go buy beer. Just as I was about to leave the house, "Oh, Jean, if you're going shopping, get some snacks too. Why don't you buy it yourself?" Nah, it's just a hassle. As a housewife, you should buy it. Does he think I'm his servant or something? He seems to look down on me with an utterly lax attitude. Please, enough is enough. Such rude behavior. I just can't ignore it. Huh? What, are you standing up to me? Mike, my brother-in-law, suddenly gave off a menacing aura as soon as I stood up to him. Look, I'm not saying I want to stay here forever. You understand that I'm just asking to crash here for a bit, right? But shut up, no buts. Just when I felt like I was losing to Mike's pressure. Hey, what's going on? Why are you arguing? Well, because Mike refuses to leave our home. So what? It's fine if you don't leave, bro. What? Does Alex actually not mind having Mike around? But he's even drinking your beers, you know. Well, you can just buy some more, can't you? Alex said with a matter-of-fact expression. Mike chimed in with, Right. Fine, I'll do as you wish. I've had enough. Exhausted from the argument, I decided to just silently go buy the beer. This attitude of mine seemed to have worsened things as Mike's behavior became more and more obnoxious. Hey, beer. That was Mike's voice. Do you really think you'll get a beer talking to me like that? Huh? What? Are you defying me? Before I knew it, a month had passed since Mike came to our house. Mike had become as dictatorial towards me as a bad husband. Well, isn't there a certain manner in which you're supposed to ask favors from others? Huh? What? Are you, a mere housewife, trying to tell me how to behave? He went so far as to belittle me as a mere housewife. It really seems that Mike looks down on me completely. Hey, Jean, I'm off to play golf, so you two have fun. I hear Alex's voice from the entrance. Wait a minute. Alone with Mike? Yeah, so what? Is there a problem? There's a big problem. Given Mike's recent behavior, it's obvious he's going to pull something. At least go play golf with Mike. I don't want to be alone with him. He doesn't do golf. Ignoring my plea, Alex went off to play golf. That's kind of hurtful. So you don't want to be with me that much? Mike approaches, smirking. But when are you going to leave this house? It's like you're treating me as a servant. Not like. You are my servant. He finally said it. I'm single after all. I've always wanted a servant like this. He seems to genuinely believe that a housewife is a servant. What a terrible man. I'm not a servant. I'm a proper housewife. What's the difference? Anyway, bring me some snacks. Hurry up. Mike orders while relaxing in the living room. Truly outraged, I ignored him. Mike threw an ashtray. Fortunately, it didn't hit me, but it did shatter the glass on the shelf. Hey, who do you think is in charge here? You're getting a bit too cheeky, aren't you? I felt in danger with his anger unresolved. Reluctantly, I brought him snacks, along with a new beer. Perfect. This is the life I've always wanted. He was completely in the mood of a master of the house. I was afraid that if I did something to offend him, he would throw the ashtray again. All I could do was wait for Alex to come home in fear. I'm home. After several hours, Alex finally returned. Oh, Alex, I was so scared. Normally he's a bit of a domineering husband, but I thought he would be reliable in times like this. However, whoa, what happened to this room? It's a mess. Alex prioritized commenting on the state of the room over listening to me. Well, Mike, he threw an ashtray and I was scared. I tried to explain what I had gone through, but, what's that? The ashtray didn't hit you, did it? Then it's no big deal, right? I couldn't believe it. Would any normal person say that when their wife might have been seriously hurt? Hey, welcome home. Your wife trashed the room. What? Incredibly, Mike was blaming me for the mess in the room. What? It was you. Why are you blaming my brother? No, it's not like that. I desperately insisted I wasn't to blame. But Alex, maybe because he was drunk, wouldn't listen to me at all. In the end, I was scolded to take care of things and to take care of Mike. Drunk Alex was very troublesome and kept repeating the same things. If I didn't at least pretend to listen, he would get grumpy and start causing a ruckus. So no matter how tired I was, I had no choice but to listen to Alex's lectures. Phew, I'm tired. About 2 hours after Alex came home, finally Alex's lectures were over. But I was completely worn out. Even so, Alex mercilessly asked me, So, what's for dinner? He said, No, didn't you eat out? Why would I eat out? You mean you haven't prepared anything? I had just been scolded for 2 hours. How could he possibly think I had cooked? Ugh, you're so useless. You're really a failure as a housewife. And he even negated my worth as a person. What on earth had I done to deserve this? You're getting scolded. This is hilarious. Mike was just snickering from the sidelines. Maybe these brothers just love tormenting people. In the end, no matter how tired I was, I cooked for Alex and Mike. They even complained that the food was bad, so there was no salvation for me. Finally, reaching my limit, I decided to address Alex again. Hey, when is Mike going to go home? He's not going to stay here forever, is he? Not that again. He clearly looked annoyed. Maybe I chose the wrong time to bring it up. What's with you? Don't you care about my brother? To be honest, I didn't care. After all, he just showed up at our house and started tormenting me. Just living with such a person was driving me to the brink. You know I've been having a rough time, don't you? How can you just ignore that? I couldn't help but ask Alex that. Look, everyone has stress, you know. Just as he opened his mouth, Alex said something outrageous. Mike is particularly stressed, so he has to use you as a punching bag. I couldn't understand what he was saying at all. Punching bag? Me? Why? When I asked Alex this, he said, Because clearly in this house, you're the best fit to be a punching bag. You should be honored. You get to be Mike's punching bag. Despite the fact that I didn't want that at all, he spoke as if I did. I shouted, I don't want that, at Alex, but he just said without hesitation, It's not about what you want or don't want. You're a punching bag. Punching bags don't have will, do they? Alex said it with such conviction. It was clear he meant it. And when I thought about it, Alex had been abusing me for a while now, yelling at me for no reason, even physically hurting me at times. You're cruel, I muttered, tears welling up in my eyes. But even seeing me cry, Alex didn't seem to feel anything. Oh, what a hassle. Women always think crying will solve everything. Cry all you want. I'm not going to do anything. Now, go buy me a beer. Again with the beer. He doesn't care about my feelings at all. Enough is enough. I can't take it anymore, I shouted, surprising even myself. Alex looked surprised, but he continued to berate me. Why are you even mad? You have a problem with me and my brother? If you don't like it here, why don't you leave? This is my house, so you're the one who should leave. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Leave? Me? And his brother is not the problem? Even when I asked for clarification, all Alex would say is, yes, you should leave. That's crazy. Why should Mike get to stay when he's the one who came later? He's my brother, right? And you're just a stranger who isn't blood related to me. A stranger who isn't blood related. I never thought I would be treated horribly like this by my husband, whom I married out of love. Something inside of me shuddered at his words. What? Are you shocked? If you hate it so much, just leave. You can divorce me too. Alex continued to taunt me as I stood there in disbelief. Was he really considering divorce? It seems that Mike is more important to him than I am. That night, we both decided to go to bed without saying anything else. But I couldn't sleep. The cruel words Alex had said playing over and over in my mind. Leave, divorce. Was I the only one who thought we were in love? I suddenly felt very sad. Perhaps my feelings were unreciprocated. After a good cry that soaked my pillow, I made a decision and went to sleep. A few days passed after that incident. Alex called me. Hey, where are you? Where did you go early in the morning? You just noticed? It's been a few days since I left. I didn't care if you were gone. I was eating instant noodles, but I've run out. Make me some food. I thought he could just keep eating instant noodles for the rest of his life. He sounded quite flustered, raising his voice. Having no choice, I calmly replied, Well, I've started living alone. What? You're living alone? He seemed genuinely surprised. There was a studio apartment available right away. I signed the lease on the spot. I'll have the movers send my stuff later. What the hell are you thinking? Make dinner for me and Mike. Why should I? You were the one who told me to leave. No, that was, Alex tried to speak firmly, but his voice gradually faltered. Of course it would. His own words were contradicting each other. Anyway, come back home. This is a husband's order. Even so, Alex tried hard to maintain his strong tone and yelled at me. However, strangely enough, I wasn't scared of Alex anymore. Why do I have to come back? There's nothing but unpleasant things for me if I return. When I said that, Alex replied, Whether it's unpleasant or not doesn't matter. You're a servant in this house. Again with the servant comment. I wonder if those brothers really think I have no human rights. I was too flabbergasted to say anything, so I decided to tell him about my decision. Alex, I've decided to do as you said. What? What are you talking about? I'm getting a divorce. What? A divorce? He seemed very surprised. It's strange. Why is he so shocked when he was the one who brought up the topic of divorce? Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I'm getting a divorce. I refuse. He seems unwilling to lose a convenient housekeeper. But his obnoxious behavior won't shake my resolve. It's you and your brother's fault. It's because you've oppressed me this whole time. I've been holding back all this time. Perhaps realizing I was serious, Alex's voice began to tremble. Hey, you're joking, right? Are you seriously going to get a divorce? I'll go to your parents and convince them. What good would that do? I already talked to them. They won't listen to you. What? He seemed quite panicked. He should have just kicked out his brother and changed his ways. Come on, please reconsider. My brother says he's sorry. I thought to myself, these are the kinds of people who only say things when they're in a pinch. There's no way I could trust their words of regret. I'm sorry, but I can't trust a word you say. I will never forget what you've done, nor do I intend to forgive it." Hearing this, Alex became even more flustered. "Wait, please, I'm begging you." He didn't kick his brother out when I pleaded with him. The more we talked, the more pathetic Alex seemed. "Goodbye. We have nothing more to discuss." Wait, let's talk this out. Please, don't go through with the divorce." I proceeded with the divorce process through my lawyer, and it was successfully finalized. Alex and his brother ended up having a big fight over who would do the housework. Two grown men fighting full out. They both ended up in the hospital. After all they've done to me, they got what they deserved. Now, even though I'm single, my life is much easier than when I was with Alex. I wish I had left him sooner.